If you're a student, this is the best purchase you can make for school. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you what's on my iPad and how I use it to stay productive. So this is the iPad Air 4. This thing is like an iPad, laptop, and notebook all in one. It was about $550 with Apple's student discount. It's supposed to be super similar to the 11-inch iPad Pro, which starts at $799. I've never had the iPad Pro, so I can't really compare it, but this one does everything I need, and I don't feel the need to upgrade it at all. I also have the second generation Apple Pencil. This one is so much better than the first generation. It is so much easier to hold, and it feels a lot more like an actual pencil. I also have a cover for my Apple Pencil, which was less than 10 bucks on Amazon. It looks like a carrot, and I bought it as kind of a joke at first, but now I actually love it. Now I'll show you guys the cases I have for my iPad. I have two of them. The first one is just this basic blue one from Amazon with a clear back. It'll be linked down below. I use this one when I'm watching like YouTube or Netflix, or when I'm writing on my iPad so I can lay it flat. And then I also have the Magic Keyboard. This was about $270 with the student discount, and I love it. However, I don't know if I would recommend it just because of the price point. For me personally, it's worth it, but now that I've used it for a while, I just feel like you could get a similar one from Logitech that does essentially the same thing, and that's like half the price. And last but not least, I have a screen protector on it. It's from the brand Paperlike, and it is amazing. Seriously, go buy it. This isn't even sponsored. I wish it was. Paperlike, if you're seeing this, please sponsor me. It's like $40 and it comes with two. Appearance-wise, it gives your screen this really matte look that looks so much nicer in my opinion, and it's also very functional. It's so much easier to write on, and it's really satisfying too. Seriously, you don't realize how hard it is to write on just straight up glass until you try it. If you're gonna be taking notes on your iPad, I definitely recommend this screen protector. Even if you aren't gonna be taking notes on it, I would still recommend it. Now let's talk about what's actually on my iPad. So this is my lock screen right here, and then you open it up and here's the home screen. All of my wallpapers are on my Pinterest, which will be linked in the description. So on the left right here, I have some widgets. First, I have my music widget. This is my March playlist right here. I still haven't made my April playlist yet. I'm currently filming this on April 2nd. I make playlists every month, so if you do want to listen, I'll have my Apple Music in the description. Next, I have two Pinterest widgets. So in case you didn't know, you can set Pinterest boards as widgets, and it'll just rotate pictures on that board every hour. So these are just two boards from my Pinterest. Again, if you want to see my Pinterest, it'll be linked down below. And then I just have a batteries widget. So the first app I have is Calendar. I actually don't use this app. I just like how it says the date on the cover. Then I have YouTube. This one is not in a folder just because I use it a lot. Then I have a separate folder for like my YouTube work stuff. So it just has Gmail and YouTube Studio. Next, I have a folder for making my thumbnails. In it, I have Fonto to add the text, PixArt, which can be used for a lot of different things, Procreate, which I use mostly to like add doodles on my thumbnails and stuff, Lightroom to filter it, but I usually just do that on my phone, and then PhotoGrid to make collages. Next, I have a folder called Utilities. This is just for all like the basic Apple apps. I actually have two of these folders. I'll get to the other one in a second. This one just has like the more important Apple apps. Next up is Entertainment. So I have Xfinity Stream, HBO Max, Netflix, Hulu, and Prime Video. And then I have the other Apple folder. These are just like the boring, kind of useless apps. And then next I have my college folder. So in this one I have Google Docs, Canvas, Google Drive, Zoom, Calculator, Notion, which I still don't fully know how to use, by the way. I wish I understood it, but I just can't seem to get the hang of it. Then I have GoodNotes. This app is amazing. I'll get more into it in the productivity section of this video. Then I have Get Mobile, which is just an app for my college, Google Slides, Outlook, Chrome, Word, and Quizlet. Then I have my fun folder, which I actually don't use very much. These apps are all just better on my phone. So I have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Pinterest. I actually do like Pinterest on my iPad though. And last but not least, I have my shopping folder. I don't use this folder very much either. So in this one, I have Princess Polly, Amazon, Unidays. Unidays is just for like student discounts and stuff. I recommend signing up for it if you are in college. Then I have Etsy, Shop. Shop is just an app to like track all your packages. This is another one that I use more on my phone, but I definitely recommend downloading it. Then I have Cotton On, Target, and Urban Outfitters. And those are all the apps I have on my iPad. All right, now we're gonna talk about some productivity tips I have for my iPad. Basically just how to get the most out of it and be as efficient as possible. None of these tips are super groundbreaking or anything. These are just some things I do with my iPad that have really helped me. First tip I have for you is to utilize the split screen function. It's great for when you're maybe taking notes and need to see a PowerPoint, or maybe you're in a Zoom call and you want to watch your professor lecturing while you're taking notes. It's just such a great way to multitask, and I feel like it saves so much time since I don't have to constantly go back and forth between apps. Another tip I have is just to treat it as a computer, so I would definitely recommend getting a keyboard for it. Whether that's a $300 Magic Keyboard or a $20 Bluetooth keyboard, doesn't matter. As long as you have one, you can use it as a laptop. I do have a laptop, but I definitely could just use my iPad iPad for school if I needed to. So if you are choosing between an iPad and a laptop, I would definitely go with the iPad because it's just a little bit more versatile. Next tip is that you can quickly make a note of something even if your iPad is locked by just tapping the middle of the screen with your Apple Pencil, and it'll bring up a note and you can just quickly jot some stuff down. This could be super helpful if you were in class or something and just needed to write down the homework really quick. The next tip I have is to organize your Files app. So obviously all Apple devices have the Files app, so this isn't specific to iPad, but at the beginning of the semester I made a folder for each of my classes and it synced to all my devices, which was really helpful. I had these labs that I had to do every week for my astronomy class, and they were like worksheets that you could download. So I'd always save it to my astronomy folder in Files, and then I could import it into GoodNotes and like fill it out and then save it back to that folder. Whenever I went to turn in an assignment, it was really easy to find everything, or you could save the syllabus to that folder for every class, maybe even a PDF of the textbook. And then this isn't really a tip, but this is just something that I wanted to add. So in terms of notes, I would recommend the app GoodNotes and then just the Apple Notes app. I know an app that's kind of similar to GoodNotes is Notability, and a lot of people compare the two. I like GoodNotes better, but it's really just a personal preference. I'm sure both apps are great. I use GoodNotes when I want to handwrite something, so that usually just means whenever I have a lot more time. But I am faster at typing than I am at writing, so if I'm in class and I need to be taking notes quickly, I'll just use the Notes app with my Magic Keyboard. And yeah, I think that's about it. That's all the tips I have for you guys today. If you're thinking of getting an iPad, I highly encourage you to, especially the iPad Air 4, because I think it's just the best bang for your buck. It's perfect for students. So yeah, I really hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.